Today's video is going to be how to do a smoky eye. This was requested by my family. I just want to let you know before I begin that there are lots of different ways to do a smoky eye. This is going to be a little bit more dramatic of a smoky eye. I chose a basic black smoky eye. You can do this with all different varieties of shades, but I'm choosing the basic way on how I would do a smoky eye if somebody asked me, if one of my clients asked me to do a smoky eye. So basically what I'm doing here is I'm going to start by priming my eye. I'm using MAC Painterly Paint Pot. And what I do is I use a natural fiber concealer brush, as I'm showing you here. That's a MAC brush. And I take the product and go from underneath my eyebrow, and I will eventually go all over my eyelid. So I'm putting this makeup base all over my eyelid so that it covers any veins or any discoloration and makes it all one shade from the top to the bottom. So again, going from underneath my eyebrow all the way to my eyelash line and covering my whole lid. This is also going to help my eyeshadow adhere better. So what I decided to use today was a Wet n Wild eyeshadow palette. It has 10 shades. It has all the colors we're going to need to do a smoky eye. I'm using the lightest one all the way on the end. I'm going to be using an e.l.f. brush. These are $1 a piece. The names of the brushes will be in the description bar below. So the first thing I'm doing, like I showed you, I'm taking the lightest shade all the way at the end. Any type of cream shade will do. And I'm putting it all over the makeup eyeshadow base that I just applied. So the light shade from the end of the palette will go all over my eyelid, just like the eyelid primer went. Just the same place the eyelid primer went, that's where I put the light color. Now, I'm going to go in with the eyeshadow primer, do my other eye. It's good that you get to see this, so you get to see me do it twice. And basically, this is a really basic step that doesn't necessarily need a brush. You can use your fingers to do this as well. Not necessary to have a brush, but for me it's easier. Make sure you get the inner eye too. Same brush, same e.l.f. brush, eyeshadow brush, and I will take the light color eyeshadow, the cream colored eyeshadow, and place it all over my eye. I want to make sure I get nice and close to the brow line. So now we have both of our eyes primed. We have the first shade of eyeshadow, and at this point I'm going to go in with, I'm cleaning up just a little bit underneath my eye. I had a cotton round with some makeup remover underneath. So I'm going to take the next shade, which is the second color in from the black. The end, there's two browns, and I kind of mix them together. I use an eyeshadow crease brush from e.l.f. Again, these are $1. And I'm going to place the product in the crease of my eye. The crease of my eye is where my eye socket folds in when you open your eye. And I'm just depositing the product and then using circular motions to blend it. I go back using windshield wiper motions back and forth from the beginning to the end of my eye, and then within those motions I do little circular motions, as you see I'm doing here. So I'm going to continue to do this until the brown eyeshadow is blended. One thing I forgot to do, which I suggest you doing in the beginning, is using a piece of tape, and I put it on the back of my hand to remove some of the tackiness. And then I place it on my eye at an angle so that when I remove the tape, I have a nice crisp edge, and the fallout which is any eyeshadow falling, any of the dark eyeshadow falling, it'll stay in place and it won't fall all over my face. So again, there's a lot of blending going on here. I'm just taking the same eyeshadow brush and I'm blending over and over until I have a nice seamless edge. This might take a few minutes. You might have to spend a few minutes going back and forth blending. I'm going to take that light color on the end. If I feel like the color is too dark or the seam is not going away, like if I can see where the dark line is, then I'm going to use my light eyeshadow like I just showed you to tone it down a little and to make it blend a little easier. So I'm showing you I'm going back in with the brown, adding a little more, moving my tape over. You could really just use 2 pieces of tape instead of 1 like I'm doing. And blending. The key to this is going to be blending. Keep blending over and over until you feel like the eyeshadow is no longer looks like it was just placed there with a brush. So I'm again taking the light colored shadow and I'm using it to help dissolve that harsh line. See how when I take the light eyeshadow and I put it into the dark one, it kind of just helps it dissipate. Looking good. I'm going to take an NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Black Bean, and I'm going to place this as another base for my black eyeshadow that's about to come. So I'm really just going to put this underneath the crease all over the eyelid. Remember, it's just the eyelid. Don't move it above the crease. Don't put this product above the crease. You can take a brush or you can take your finger. I'm choosing to use my finger here, and I'm just spreading this out. So again, taking the black pencil, you can use any black pencil you want. This one happens to be a larger pencil, and it works over a larger surface. So in my mind, this works better than a skinnier pencil. So I'm taking this black base and just rubbing it all over. I am going to look like I have raccoon eyes for a little while. That's just temporary. This is so that the black will appear much darker. I was just removing some from the inner eye. So pretty soon I'm going to add some black eyeshadow. This is at the end of the palette. I'm going to use a different eyeshadow brush, a clean eyeshadow brush. e.l.f. $1. Take some product and start patting it in. So this isn't the same motion that I used before. This, now I'm just patting in the black eyeshadow. I'm not doing a windshield wiper. I'm kind of just placing it on my eyelid a little so that it's nice and dark. The term for that is called packing on eyeshadow. If I did this without putting down the black base before, the eyeshadow would appear more like a gray tone and not the pure black that I'm looking for. Again, this is a smoky eye and it's really sultry and very dramatic, and I'm looking for some really dark eyeshadows. So that's why I put down the black base before I applied the black eyeshadow. I really want it to stand out. I'm coming in now, going into my waterline. Where you see me placing the black eyeliner is called my waterline. And I'm taking the black jumbo pencil, and I am making sure that it goes all over the bottom of my eyelid. Not my eyelid, my bottom waterline. Soon we'll put some eyeshadow on there to set it, which means that we're going to put eyeshadow on top of the creamy pencil so that it doesn't budge. I'm removing the tape because now I'm going to place, now I'm going to blend more. I still see a line in my crease area, and I want to blend it out more. So I'm taking the two browns, and I'm going to go back into my crease and blend that black with the brown. This is going to prevent it from looking very harsh. So I'm taking a transition color so that it goes from black to brown to cream. And again, blending is key here. This is the most important part of this video. If you don't remember anything else, just remember to continue blending. Same thing to the other eye. I want to get rid of that harsh line, and I also want to transition the color from black to brown to cream. This is kind of a grungy look, so I didn't feel the need for us to be that clean with it. In my opinion, I think it looks nicer like this. A little bit just looks a little more sultry when it's not so precise. And so right now I'm just blending some more. Circular motions and windshield wiper motions. These are the blending motions that I use. I'm going in with a mauve color and a light cream color on the palette. And I'm coming in just on the top. So now I'm trying to make sure that there's no line. And what I'm doing here is just taking a lighter color to dissolve that black line. I don't want it to look like it's just ended. I want it to look blended on. Cleaning it up with some makeup remover. Now I'm going to take a smudger brush. This is from e.l.f. This has shorter bristles. And I'm going to take the end black color and the brown color, mix them together. And I'm just going to go underneath my eyelash line and smudge out that eyeliner. This to me is what makes a smoky eye look complete, if you bring it all the way around your eye. And like I said, you don't need a whole bunch of technique to do this part.